Alright, motherfuckers, here we go. Another goddamn mobile walk and talk video / rant. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who has been watching all the content lately. You guys are fucking awesome. Shout outs to Drucifer, That Goat Metal Show, Oath of the Goat Podcast, Mordant Red, and Shredbeard, and Rounds of Metal. All great brothers of mine. Collaborated with every one of them except for Shredbeard. More collabs coming on the fucking channel, so you guys will hopefully enjoy that. Just hold on, I'm putting my fucking mitts on. It's goddamn cold out here. There. Now my hands won't freeze holding this fucking device. For those of you who got all disgruntled about the Kerry King video, go fuck yourselves. Like, I'm not gonna quit doing this shit just because it makes you pissed off. In fact, I'm gonna do it more just because it makes you fucking pissed off. Because I love pissing off all these sensitive little fucking pussies who are like, oh, you don't like it? No. I hate Kerry King and I fucking hate Slayer. I mean, that should have been abundantly clear. If you watched anything else on this fucking channel, you should know how I feel. I don't have to like the bands you like, and I don't have to fucking praise them through the roof just because you can't pry your lips off Kerry King's cock long enough to realize that it's a pile of dumpster fire fucking bullshit. And that he's got his lips firmly planted on the all-seeing eyes fucking cock. So I'm not even going to get into that. But anyway. So the topic for tonight's fucking rant, because this stuff has ruffled a lot of people's fucking feathers too, which is just stupid. Like, if you don't like what I have to say, you're the one that clicks on the fucking video. I don't force you to fucking watch anything I talk about. But as an ex-cattle decapitation fan, tonight's rant is why they've gone to complete shit and how it happened. Because I know the complete history on this band, and I did a podcast back when I was still a fan of them, and I have to say that everything after Death Atlas, from Death Atlas forward, has been a complete fucking dumpster fire. And I don't care if you agree or not, go watch someone else dick ride them, because they're nothing but woke fucking pieces of shit. And they are completely fucking mainstream. They never used to be, they are now. They're doing a fucking pathetic tour called Chaos and Carnage 2024 with a bunch of fucking core bands, and they're on Knotfest. So, I mean, if that's not mainstream, okay, fine. Maybe not to you it isn't. Or, yeah, maybe not to you, but it is to me. Okay? Never mind that. That's not even the biggest issue I have with the band. There's a number of things. First of all, let's talk about the overuse of melodic elements that they've been employing since Death Atlas. Now, on the Anthropocene Extinction and Monolith of Inhumanity is when Travis's harmonic voice started to show up a little bit more than on the Harvest Floor, but it still wasn't overused and overdone, and they didn't have pop song chorus structures like they have now on Monolith or the Anthropocene Extinction. So Monolith of Inhumanity didn't have pop chorus song structures, neither did the Anthropocene Extinction. But Death Atlas and Terrasite both do, and the production is so goddamn crystal clear, it might as well have been made by a fucking AI robot. That's what the music sounds like to me, and I'm not gonna sit here and cater to you fucking fans who just want to suck Travis Ryan's cock and have him blow his load all over your face just because you're too fucking stupid to realize when a band has completely abandoned everything that made them extreme or metal to begin with. And it has a lot more to do with a band's attitude, outlook, ideas, and emotions and lyricism than it does with their fucking goddamn instruments. Okay? The instruments are just vessels for a band expressing their ideas and their fucking emotions and their convictions and their opinions through lyricism. Okay? Now imagine if a band like fucking Blasphemy wrote an album full of ballads. How fucking pissed off would the elitists be, including myself? How fucking angry would they be? They would be calling Blasphemy sellouts till the end of the fucking goddamn time-space continuum. Well, I'm here to do that to Cattle Decapitation, because that's exactly what they are. Sellouts to the end of the space-time fucking continuum. There is nothing redeemable about those two albums. Nothing. Nothing. Death Atlas is a pile of shit, and so is fucking Parasite. Okay? And let's get into why the band declined. So, back in the early 2000s, they were known as a death grind band. And they were doing albums like Homivore, To Serve Man, Human Jerky, Humanure, and stuff like that. Okay? And then 2006 came along with Karma Bloody Karma, which is where I found it, was in 06 with Karma Bloody Karma. So 18 years ago, I heard these maniacs from San Diego that were all vegetarians. And this awesome album cover, Karma Bloody Karma, fucking blew me away with the MAGA god, fucking cow with 6 arms holding knives, and different other meat cleavers and shit, inside the middle of a slaughterhouse floor. And I thought to myself, this is fucking going to be mind-blowing. And I listened to the album, and then I learned of the band's vegetarian ideology, and being that I'm a vegetarian, well, I eat fish, but back then I was like full-on vegetarian. And then I realized that, oh shit, okay, I need to eat fish at least, because, you know, I need my eye nutrients and everything, so I have been eating fish again. But even that, I don't eat all the fucking time. But anyway, that's not the fucking point. The point is that I'm an animal fucking lover, and I resonated with their lyrics on animal liberty. And I still do. I still think animal liberty is very important, and we shouldn't be fucking killing animals by the billions. But that's a topic for my Odyssey video, my Odyssey channel. Because I realize that not everybody who watches YouTube is going to be very informed on the morals and ethics of animals and animal rights, and most people, some people, I should say, probably don't even give a fuck. Well, you're going to be your own demise for not caring about nature and the world, okay, and animals. But anyway, so after Karma Bloody Karma came along, I was fucking just completely enthralled by how brutal and visceral that record was. The lyricism, the guitar work, the drums, and that had a raw, gritty, garage-like production that I really, really loved. And I was just mind-blown, loved it. And then Harvest Floor came out in 09, bought that one, loved it, thought it was their best release after Karma Bloody Karma. Of course, they kept getting better and better. Loved it, fucking loved everything about the Harvest Floor. And that's when the harmonized vocals started to come in a little bit. It was on Harvest Floor. And it was only on one song. And it was a breath of fresh air. And there wasn't even any build up to it. It just came out of nowhere. And it was just like, whoa, this is fucking different. I really like this, and I did at the time. So yeah, Harvest Floor, great record. Kept going with them. Then fucking Monolith of Inhumanity comes out. That album blew me away. They still had... That album was even heavier than Harvest Floor. Just a complete fucking battering of the senses. Then there was a little bit of the harmonized vocals with the guitars, which I thought was brilliant. And again, they were only emphasized in very small parts at very specific times. It wasn't everything that comprised the music. There was no chorus structuring at that time. So, yep, fucking right, it's Monolith of Inhumanity, great album. Loved it. You know, still with them. Then we go to 2015, the Anthropocene extinction. And I was very, very, very stoked for that record. I was very, very happy when I heard the first song off of it, Manufactured Extinct. And that is a very grim, depressing record. Everything about it was just so dismal and somber and just unreal. It was so fucking misanthropic. And you could feel the rage and venom in the band still at that point. You could feel that they were still fucking hateful. They still thought humanity was a pile of dog shit. And they were raging about it. And they made great music because of those emotions and feelings and ideas of human annihilation and all that shit. Which I think, that's why Cattle were one of my favorite bands for the longest time. Because of the very anti-human, misanthropic lyrics and stances on everything. Then we fast forward 4 years to 2019's Death Atlas. And I had really high hopes for that album. I was like, fuck, this is probably going to be even better than the Anthropocene Extinction, but little to my dismay, it wasn't a very good record. I didn't like the fact that they overused the melodic elements this time, and they had too much of that chorus pop song structure going into it, and I could hear that it sounded really forced. The heavy parts, like the fast drumming and guitar work, it didn't sound like it was inspired. It just sounded like they threw it in there to off-balance the melodicism that they had decided to incorporate more and more into the framework and structure of the music. And I was just like, the fuck? Like, this is god-awful. And in retrospect, I probably should have gave it a lower score than I did, but hey man, I was still on that Cattle Decapitation fucking high, and I was like, no, I'll give it like a 9 or something. I think I reviewed it and gave it a high score, but that was because I was still a fan of it, So fine, whatever. I didn't, it took me a long time to get used to the record, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Now looking, I don't like it anymore at all. But anyway, now we move forward 4 years again to 2023's Terrasite. I hear that album, and I'm like, is this just a bunch of B-sides from Death Atlas? That's a pile of shit, and it is a pile of shit. Overproduced, over-melodicized, the brutality isn't even there anymore, going through the motions, touring with core bands, and being on Shitnot's fucking Ozfest, or Notfest. Now that's not the only reason. Those aren't the only reasons I can't fucking stand them. There is other things that I can't stand about Travis Ryan. Just things that are woke, very woke. He's got a very woke stance on certain things that I can't mention in this video. And he did something else that I thought was completely anti-metal that I can't mention in this video because of YouTube's guidelines. I can't talk about the things I want to say here. But if you know anything about me and about my stances on certain things, then you probably already know what I'm getting at. So I'm not going to elaborate much further than this. But when you go woke and you bow down to authoritarianism the way that he did, I'm not going to fucking support your band anymore. I'm not going to think you're metal. I'm not going to think you have any credibility. You have no more fucking integrity to me. Cattle Decapitation, you're nothing but a pile of fucking shit. And that's the way it is. That's the way I think about it. That's how I feel. If you agree, great. If you don't, fuck off. I'm out.